I can do things like
Absolutely.
that. However, the issue with doing that to me is that if you make it too long, you don't get a refresh in your app for doing that.
That's true too. Yeah, I think you can tweak that also.
You can, but it's a balancing act.
Balancing act.
And I have found that most of the time, if I have a Keep Alive running for my, well, number one, the clients that I have that are interested in fast access, I don't have to worry about it. Maybe twice a day their site might go down in the middle of the night or no. Other than that, and that's not, excuse me, I'm using the wrong term. Their site's not going down. The application is shutting down.
Yep.
Okay? But the site is still there, it's still live. So every once in a while they may have a hit. But you're right, there are a lot of low volume sites that it doesn't, and if this is an issue, then there are things you can do. It's most of the time for really low volume sites, I don't consider it an issue. If your client considers it an issue, oh, it takes too long to go again. Yeah, it's fine, okay. Well, here's what's happening. And I said, seriously, I've done this. I said, okay, here's what's happened. Because nobody was came to your site for 20 minutes, it shut down and it took it that long to start the first time. Since you've already been there, it's fine. And lo and behold, they say, nobody's been to my site in 20 minutes, what's wrong? I said, you need to do something about that, don't you? You know, it's amazing because, you know, people, once people understand what's going on, it's amazing how they will respond because they're right, wait a minute, I need to be having people come to the site because I need to be making money. That's the bottom line. Most of these sites are there because they're doing business. If it's not making them money, it's costing them money. If they're not doing it for business, then it's not that critical.
Yeah, I've used some web services. I forgot the name of it.
There's hosttracker.net. There's
right,
Site of Time.
They kind of hit the site every so often. You tell them, you know, every 30 minutes.
And the free accounts for both the HostTracker and
right,
what I say, Site of Time. Both of them, the free accounts actually is enough to keep your site up.
Right.
You can make it if it's a mission critical account or a mission critical site, then you can actually buy an account and then so many dollars per year, and it'll hit your site that much more often or whatever. Because so a lot of times what that's good for is also to let you know DNS problems or other issues out there.
If the site goes down, you get an email.
Exactly. So these things, they don't just ping from hey, I got my server in San Francisco. They come from all over the world. So it's good for
and there's multiple. He's right. There are multiple ways of addressing it if you've got the right access. But it is an issue.
Well, realistically, app domains and app pools cycle for a reason.
Yes.
Yes.
And not all of it is just to piss you off because nobody hit your website for 20 minutes. It's a legitimate question if you're running into. It's a legitimate thing to change if you're running into long-running sessions.
Yes.
And you're losing session, but that's not something you play around with just because your site
that's my take.
Isn't getting enough traffic.
Obviously, we have some people that disagree to a certain
degree.
No, just a different. This is a tool we're providing our clients that always has to not have the extra 20 or 22 seconds of loading up all the DLLs every time.
Yeah, there is some other things you can do to help this out, by the way.
Pleasing a paying client is a better reason for doing anything than anything else.
There is something else. There is something else that you can do. You can, and I'm going to use the wrong term here because I forget it every time. But you can go in. There is a tool you can use that will pre-compile your site.
Yeah, it's in the web.config, I think.
DNN doesn't pre-compile though.
It doesn't. No, you can control that. You can
I mean, you still have some issues, but it does speed up your loading time.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I believe it. Well, our focus was just for 10 hours a day to keep it started the whole time, so that it was easy to fix. Next question. We got some time.
Do you have a recommendation on a shopping cart? Solution?
The DNN one that's built in, it's not the best in the world, but they know that and they're addressing it. The most popular one is a catalog, I believe you mentioned that. But what a lot of people do, because there's a lot of functionality that some people want that's not in any, I would say, third-party module yet for stores. Some people actually go outside .NET. There's also a ASP.NET storefront.
I've heard some not so good things about that, but they're coming out with a new version that's supposed to be addressing it.
Yeah, I've heard only good things about that one myself, but,
Now, there is another approach that I've heard some people take that they have been real happy with. They didn't like the store presentation of catalog, and it's a pain. Okay, anybody that uses it will tell you that. So what they do is they use the shopping cart, but they in essence write their own little buy here module down for buttons, and say, here, add it to the cart, and then when you say go to my cart, you use the shopping cart to check out. So they're using the back end of snow cover, but not the front end.
yes.
So if you don't have, if you don't need a huge catalog of sites, of items, but you have maybe as many as 50, you may want to go that route, where you don't have to manage it via a catalog. If you have to have a catalog, you've got to have some kind of mechanism to do it. But if you have 10 items you sell, use buy here now buttons, drop them into the shopping cart, or you could actually even drop them into a Yahoo shopping cart or something.
Yeah, this is a good example of like weighing out options, because I mean, you of course got the store module that comes with .NET. Okay, do I have the time and resources to be able to, it's open source and create my own shopping cart? And then there's two benefits from that, I have a shopping cart that all my customers are happy with, and wait, I can sell this too in the .NET marketplace. So, there's a company that we know of, that's run by a couple friends, Mike and Dave, and they actually have a company where they build verticals using .NET to be able to be an all-in-one solution for whatever vertical, all right? So vertical meaning like a particular industry, okay? And what they've been doing, and that's what they've been doing on the side. It's like, okay, I built this for a real business need. I'm not the only person that needs this. So I'm going to make a little extra money. I got the site over here. I'm selling these modules there as well. And they do very good that way.
But the shopping cart has been the biggest problem that has had.
Well, and the search.
There's nothing wrong with the search. Google.
Well, I mean, let's get real. When we want to get something from Microsoft, we use Microsoft on the search on the website, and we use Google.
Actually, I do Google site Microsoft. I'm not kidding you.
But the point, my
Everybody
point
does, and Microsoft knows it.
I was going to say,
They see the traffic.
it's one of those things. I'm like you. I don't really worry about the search on .NET. However, if you need it or your clients want it, then you need to be sure that you optimize any modules that you're using and use modules that use iSearch.
Just one thing I've done with a past company I worked with is, if you're not aware of it, Google sells search appliances, and those things are awesome. I've implemented 3 of them now. But one time I was able to, and I don't have to code anymore because it was boring, but I was able to integrate the Google search appliance into the .NET search, and you can do that because there's a search provider model. Well, everything's a provider model almost. And so you can write your own search provider and then integrate that in there. So there's an option there as well. So
That's a cool idea. Use the search provider and you send it out to Google to find the stuff on your own site.
well, you can't do it with Google. Well, you can do it with Google appliance very easily. It's all their entire backend is all XSL or XSLT, XSL, whatever. But it's all XML and XSL in the backend, so you just reinterpret that onto your modules and into your search provider. Anything else? We got like 1 minute.
It's a quickie. Are you guys the only .NET user group in Florida, or are there others?
No. There's actually one in this area. If anybody knows Sheldon Cohen, please tell him to find me. I haven't found him yet today. But he runs the one here. They're not that active because he simply doesn't have a whole lot of time to make them stay active every month. But there are, oh wait, in the state of Florida? I think we have one more. That's something we're trying to address. No, actually,
I thought there was one over in Tampa.
Hasn't Tampa been trying to get theirs running?
yeah, that's something I've been working on. If anybody's interested in starting a user group, I am more than happy to help you. I've actually done some long distance help with some other user groups. There's one that just started in Connecticut, Connecticut user group, DotNetNuke user group. So if you're interested in starting a user group, if you're from here or somewhere else, let me know. I'll do whatever I can to help you out. There's a lot of things that you need to be able to dedicate time to. That's the only thing. And sometimes more time than you want.
We appreciate everybody's interest, your questions, your comments, anything we can do. Anything, we're doing another code camp in a month. If there's something that you would like to see different about what we did today, other than we're going to change some of the content so that it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
But to try to streamline a few things, I think. But if there's something you definitely want to see or see more of, let us know. My card's up here, Will, your card's up